Have you ever made a pinch pot? You know, where you just use your hands to pinch and form a ball of clay into a bowl? Maybe in school, a long time ago. Yeah. I remember always being disappointed because mine would be lumpy and bumpy. I would try to make them really nice and smooth, perfectly round, but no matter what, the walls would be thinner here and thicker there, and the top would be a little lopsided and lumpy. It was really frustrating. One time, something told me to close my eyes and create the pot just by feel. Is that better? Okay. A bit of a risk, since I wouldn't know until the end what it was turning into. But okay, what's the harm? So I took the lump of clay, molding it into a ball and tossing it hand to hand, aiming to make as perfect a sphere as I could. With my eyes closed, though, I had to rely on my hands to feel where the bumps were, to smooth it out, where the lopsidedness made it unbalanced. Once I was happy with that sphere, I started working it into a pot, pressing into the center, and enlarging the sphere as I pinched the clay outward. Again, I wasn't peeking while I did this. I worked the pot around and around with my eyes closed, allowing the clay to move my fingers, telling me where the walls were thicker or where the rim wasn't even. That turned out to be the best pinch pot I'd ever made. It wasn't perfect, of course, but it was far better than any of the others I'd made otherwise. My eyes had been deceiving me, or rather what I had chosen to believe what I could see and ignored what my other senses were telling me. Closing my eyes was my method for changing what guided what I created. I obviously needed to, since my pot prior to this experiment were all wonky. My visual controls were misguiding me. In order to get closer to my goal, I needed to listen to what the clay was telling me. Can we try something here? An experiment with us? If you and your neighbor are willing, place your hand on their arm or shoulder. And if you prefer, just sit with your hands gently resting together, if you want. And close your eyes and let your hands be still. Notice what your hands are telling you, what your ears are telling you. The goal here isn't to let all of those just flow past you. Really take note of them. How much more are you hearing, feeling, noticing? In the spirit of my pinch pot experiment, I'm trying to be less controlling, less I know what I'm doing, and listen more carefully to hear those bits of knowledge that are all around me. It's in the serendipitous aha moments where I hear something that's new to me, that a path towards a goal becomes a little bit clearer. That might come from a family member or a friend, a trusted colleague, you, or even a lump of clay. Thank you.